Hey there, YouTube, it's WakeAngel2001, and I wish you all a happy Mario Day! I shaved my beard for this. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is how I went to work today. Yep, I work at the Levi store. These are the official Mario overalls made by Levi, and the shirt displays no company logo, neither does the hat, so technically speaking, this is perfectly within dress code policy of my job. Don't I have an awesome job? Okay, so going to work just as Mario was side, I figured I'd commemorate the event with this little video here. And this shall be an unboxing. Remember when I did that review of the Bowser figure? That figure was then immediately sent to my friend Zach, who lives a little bit further west, and he sent me a bunch of figures that I wasn't able to get here. Mostly because I think most of them are available in Walmart, which, you know, I live in New York. We don't have Walmart here. Okay. So, although it's really weird to me that he wasn't able to find a Bowser where he lives. That's so strange, because, like, Bowser is available in more stores. You can get it at Target, you can get it at Macy's, that they have in their Toys R Us section, and apparently you can even get them at GameStop. He did say he saw one at GameStop, but it was $40. You know, I found it for $30. Anyway, let's get into this big old box that he sent me. So I just undo the tape. Okay. That was a single layer, and the box is still just as close as it was before. Out come the scissors! Yes. There we go. Now I have access to the box flaps. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we open the box to yield a bunch of plastic bags. You know, the stores around here don't use plastic bags like this anymore. I'm wondering, like, is it just a regional thing? Zach, do they still use plastic bags in your area? This is exciting. This is very exciting. Okay, we got all that out of the way. Alright! So, first up, we got us the new Samus figure by Jakks Pacific. I don't see the World of Nintendo branding. So this is a new line, but it's still made by Jakks Pacific, the same people that made World of Nintendo. So, you know, you got that. It's pretty cool. Underneath that, we have the new Breath of the Wild Link figure. Also, like, these are all Jakks Pacific, so, oh my god. Oh wow, wow. This thing looks amazing. Compared to the original Breath of the Wild figure that they made for the World of Nintendo line, this is high-end. Yet, retail value, $10. Yeah, for the exact same price as the last one. This is bigger, it's better sculpted. Like, you know, like, it's nice to know that not every toy line is getting more expensive and cheaper as time goes on. And of course, this is the thing that I was really happy for. Like, even if this was the only one that he would have been able to find, I still would have been pretty satisfied. It's Breath of the Wild Zelda, an official, easy-to-acquire, non-import toy of Breath of the Wild Zelda exists, and she's perfect, and I love her. Oh, this kind of is my favorite Zelda of all the Zeldas that have been. Like, you know, Tetra's kind of up there. The silly Zelda from Minish Cap, she was kind of fun. But no, this is my favorite Zelda. Okay. And, of course, that's not where the box ends. He also sent me Babam. It's Burrowbot, the mole badnik from Labyrinth Zone. Like, I was kind of frustrated because I came this close to finding it in my own store. When I went to Target, I saw that there were Sonic figures hanging there, and I could tell from the back of the box that it was the Burrowbot Charmy Wave, but every figure had been bought except for the Sonics. So that means it was in my store, but I wasn't there in time to get it. But now I have it, and on top of that, ba-bam! Charmy sent me a Charmy too. Can't believe he found this at retail. So yeah, take that, scalpers charging like 40 or 50 bucks. Thanks to a friend who lives just a little bit further west than me, I was able to get one of these at regular retail price. Oh, by the way, since the 3 Nintendo figures added up to $30, $10 each, so this was an even trade for the Bowser figure. I paid him extra to get Charmy and Burrowbot in. Of course, just because he's a really cool guy and a great friend, he also sent me one more bonus figure. It is a 4-inch Supersonic. Admittedly, I already have this figure, but this is the release that has the light blue emerald with it. So that means I officially have 6 Chaos Emeralds now. So the next wave, which will have Super Silver in it, Super Silver is going to come with the clear emerald, and that will be the complete emerald set. So, yes, having the complete set of 7 Jakks Pacific Emeralds is so close to my grasp right now. So, yeah. Thanks a ton, Zach. You are a great friend, and I'm just so happy that I finally, at the moment, have the complete release of the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog figures until, of course, the next wave comes out. Although, I will say, the next 2.5-inch wave is going to have Neutron, and I'm wondering, why did we get Burrowbot before Neutron? Because up until now, all the Badniks have been Green Hill themed, like Buzz Bomber, Motobug, Crab Meat. Like, those are all Green Hill Badniks. Although, I guess Rhinobot does buck the trend because that's actually one from Sonic and Knuckles. But then again, Rhinobot, like, that wasn't released, in the regular ways. That was released as part of a set. Like, you buy a play set and it had that robot in there. So, yeah, like, as far as the individual release figures go, Neutron should have come first so that they could finish off all the Badniks that were in the first level, and then they could start bringing out the Badniks from later levels. Although I guess, like, Burrowbot does have a pretty distinct profile, not to mention that this was kind of the precursor of Grounder, which, was made into a character on the Adventures of Sonic cartoon. Oh man, imagine if they actually do release a Grounder figure, then I'll be inundated with people like, paint it green! Paint it green! Because, like, remember, Grounder was red in the video game. Like, I have actually gotten into arguments with people who genuinely believe that Grounder has always been green. No, he was green in the cartoon. In the video games, they were red. So yeah, I guess there's going to be some follow-up videos after this where I actually open up and review these things, but it's so great to finally have all of them. So yeah, happy Mario Day, everybody, and this is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.